I'm Mark Steckman with Beasley Media Group, and today I'm going to share with you the secret to improving your online search results, which may surprise you. So, over the last 10 years, digital marketing firms have done a wonderful job convincing business owners that the only way consumers will ever find them online is by buying their beautifully custom designed website, then having it regularly, monthly, weekly, optimized for search engines using SEO with the proper keywords, tags, and content, and then consistently being supported with a dose of paid online marketing known as SEM, search engine marketing. So while this strategy does indeed work for many businesses, there is another alternative solution that is getting the attention of a lot of businesses all over the United States and marketers alike. Before we go any further, let's think for just a minute about what the typical business America looks like. Generally, every business has some amount of competition within their market space. For local business owners like an automotive dealership, a law firm, restaurants, or brick and mortar retail stores, the competition can be pretty daunting in most markets. In fact, there are typically hundreds of competitors within their own immediate geographic market. You know this as a business owner. In other categories, the competition may only reflect a dozen or more competitors. However, in either case, being visible online using only SEO and SEM tactics requires constant attention and, as you know, a much larger online marketing investment than ever. The competition is also using Google and Facebook, and that competition has grown dramatically over the last few years, particularly because of the auction style advertising bidding methods. And because the bidding can occur from businesses literally anywhere, even outside your geographic market, from other regional or national corporations who may be targeting the same consumers, bid prices have risen substantially. Now, 10 years ago, when I owned a baby business, one of the things that I found out that even then, 10 years ago, I was getting competition with Google with AdWords on was from a large pharmaceutical company. I had a baby business. The pharmaceutical company also happened to target new moms that were pregnant because they also, a portion of their business was cord blood banking. And so this large pharmaceutical company, which was a multinational firm, had thousands and really millions of dollars more to spend than I could as a small local business owner wanting to target pregnant moms. For what I could spend $1, they could spend $150. And so it just wasn't comparable. It wasn't an option for me to compete with them for a lot of keywords that this pharmaceutical company was after. Additionally, because today consumers are being targeted later and later in the buying process, there's a perceived premium value for their attention online, which ultimately it increases the competitiveness to reach them, leading to a higher cost per lead, regardless of whatever the eventual purchase outcome is. So as Google continues to modify its search result analytics and their homepage layout, as you well know, that happened several months ago, it's harder than ever for businesses to show up in a meaningful way in the top search listings. And, just recently, if you consider this for a minute, I looked up Tampa plumbers. I have a friend who needs a plumber, and I just typed into Google Tampa plumbers. At the top of the screen, it told me that there were over 717,000 results. Now, without taking any additional action as a consumer, without even scrolling down any further, from the top of my screen to the bottom of my screen, there were actually only 4 actual listings, 3 of which were paid listings for plumbers, and 1 that was a paid listing for the Better Business Bureau. So now, ultimately, when I did scroll down my screen deeper into the search results, what I call below the fold, if you're familiar with kind of a newspaper and that fold where you're flipping it over, the next several listings actually included directory services like Yelp, HomeAdvisor, and Angie's List. They weren't even plumbers. They were directory listings. So in reality, if your business isn't in one of those on the top 4, it's unlikely that you're even going to have a good opportunity at being found or selected. So, with all this in mind, how can your business improve your online search results? I said at the beginning that I have a secret. It's really not a secret. The answer is simple. It's not online. It's actually offline advertising. Yeah, offline advertising. In fact, the real answer is actually using the largest reach broadcast medium that has a 100-year track record of proven delivery results, and that's radio. Yeah, radio. Radio is fabulous at driving online search activity. And in fact, recently the RAB, which was in conjunction with Media Monitor, Sequent Partners, and Information Insights, they conducted this extensive research that proved that radio advertising actually produces measurable online search result lift to the tune of about 29% in incremental online Google searches across 8 separate brands that they analyzed. Now, that research covered 31 major markets, 250,000 actual commercials, and within numerous competitive categories. So it wasn't isolated to just one type of market space. So then they utilized Google Trends and AdWords to analyze each of the brand's baseline search history and then the impact that the radio advertising had during the measured periods. And it was 29%. So the data revealed from this study really is no shocker. In fact, I've been hearing it more and more from my clients here within the Tampa Bay area and outside as well. But specifically pointing back to an article that was written last summer from Roy Williams at the MondayMorningMemo.com, which told us about a speech given last year by a man by the name of Ryan Deiss of digitalmarketer.com. He's the CEO and founder of Digital Marketer, and he's a well-respected leader in the digital marketing industry. And he was speaking to a room full of advertisers, and he basically said to them, quote, to generate more online leads and increase their online closing ratios, businesses are finding that they can cut their online ad budgets in half and then add radio back to the mix. So an executive and well-respected leader in the digital marketing space believes that adding radio to a digital marketing campaign, cutting the digital spend in half, adding the radio back in, will allow businesses to increase their closing ratio and make more money. Ryan went on to reference a major HVAC company that operates in the Southwest, so a hot area, Phoenix, LA, Las Vegas, and Tucson, who, quote, cut the cost of their lead generation from $441 per lead by moving all the money from their digital campaign into a 52-week radio buy. 2 years after doing this, their sales volume of their 78-year-old company had more than doubled, and their cost per online lead these days bounces between $40 and $47. So a major HVAC company was spending $441 per lead. They cut their online budget in half and moved all that money into a radio campaign. 2 years later, they doubled their revenue, and their cost per lead came down tenfold. That specific example actually resonates with me, with one of my local clients here in the Tampa Bay area. And last summer, I sent this client, who is one of the market's largest clients in all realms of advertising. I sent him that particular article. And when I sent it to him, he responded back to me with a one-line response and said, we actually just cut all of our pay-per-click and we upgraded our software to allow us to track the lead all the way to the closing of the clients. And while the cost per leads were good prior using pay-per-click, the cost per closing was actually horrific. So this particular advertiser, which is one of the largest advertisers in the entire state of Florida, got rid of all of their pay-per-click advertising, poured that money back into broadcast mediums, and have improved their cost per lead and their cost per closing. So if you're a business owner, I want you to hear the answer is actually really clear. Research proves it. Digital marketing experts are talking about it, and local businesses all over America are finding out that it's using radio increases their leads and their profits, and it reduces their cost per lead acquisition. So if you want to improve your online search results in a highly competitive online marketplace, the secret is offline marketing. And radio is the best offline marketing platform to deliver the biggest audience at the lowest price. Now, I'm going to get into that in a separate segment, but I appreciate you listening through all the way today. I hope you have a great day. I'm Mark Steckman with Beasley Media Group, and I'll see you next time.